Welcome to Norway. You are in the drop zone, and I am Jealous Fist. Yes, I am. And since you're here on this channel, and I'm Jealous Fist, what are we talking about? We're talking about tactics. What are tactics? Say it with me. Tactics allow you to outthink, outplay, and outperform your opposition. And what tactics are we talking today? We are talking about fighting at and in different elevations. What does that mean? That means either being on the same elevation, like same flat ground, or you're up at a higher elevation shooting lower, or you are at a lower elevation shooting higher. Okay, so let's check out the map. Let's see where we are, and then we'll get going. We are almost exactly about right here, I think, in the video. This is right by, oh, I can never remember the name of this place. Let's pull up a different map here. I made a mistake last tactics. Let's just check it out. Make sure we know exactly where we are. 1 second. We are right here on Ridge Trail Crossroads. I'm about right here, and the enemy is about right here. As you can see here, I just spawned. It is the very beginning of the game. I haven't even put on my armor yet, and here we go. We're putting that on. Now, right there, did you see that? Looks like I didn't even see that at first in this game specifically. This guy totally surprised me. Try to not let that happen. Now, if I'd have been paying better attention, I'd have seen that glint. You see here, we're on the same elevation. And normally, I would be telling you right now, get down in the cover and hop down behind that rock. Specifically right here, I didn't do that because I could tell from this guy that he didn't really want to fight like that. So if you've been paying attention to my other videos, what did I immediately do? I started pressing this advantage, started covering this ground, and pushing him and rushing him. Let's just watch it again. You see how I'm coming up here? And I should have seen that glint from him. I'm just going to pause that. You see right here, that's where he was. I should have seen him glint right away, but nobody's perfect. Continuing on. What do? Immediately get my gun out. I started juking around left and right. I'm trying to use the shot indicator to see his direction and kind of get him to reveal himself. Immediately returning fire. Breaking out a mortar. Now, why did I use the mortar right there? I use the mortar because I know he's right here in front of me, relatively close, and I can't exactly see him, and he could get up here into some cover or back behind this rock on some cover. There is a lot of stuff that he could do. So why use the mortar? Well, basically I was using the mortar to, 1, distract him, confuse him with sound, make him worried that he's going to die. 2, while he's worried about all that, he's not worried at me and shooting at me. He's trying to stay alive or get into cover or whatever. You can almost think of mortars as close air support. What is close air support? Well, the U.S. military all the time will use close air support in conjunction with infantry and ground units. What does that mean? Well, basically that means is they fly around in circles in big giant floating gunships with guys with machine guns firing down or dropping bombs or whatever, right? We don't have that though. What do we have? We have mortars. You can use a mortar as close air support. I didn't even think I would kill this guy. Mostly I was just using this to keep him occupied and to basically not cover my retreat, but cover my advance. I needed more time to get more time to get close up to him so that I could get my rifle on him. Thankfully though, right here, the mortar killed him. Take the win when you can get one. We didn't get to shoot him in the face or anything, but we did get him with the mortar. This fight could have gone many different ways. I just wanted to use this because it is brand new footage from season 9.1, and you can get in a lot of trouble around here. You need to be aware that when you're in this specific area of Fjell, in the very beginning of the match, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people around over here. There will be guys who will spawn up over here. There will be a guy that can spawn around here. There can be a guy that can spawn down here. There could be a guy that spawns over here and over there. There could be a guy that spawns right here. There's many spawn points here in the eastern part of Fjell. In fact, in my own humble opinion, I think the east of Fjell is the hardest place to spawn. It's the hardest to deal with. People that like to snipe, they love to go up on top of those areas, all around these yellow areas that I just highlighted. Be aware of that. Look at what he brought us. He brought us an SG1, 2 iodine, 2 caffeine. That is great. Well, it's not so great for him or great for me because the Sigourney, the SG1, is total garbo now. Continuing on. Okay, this is a fun little clip. This is up high elevation, shooting down low at 2 people who don't know you're here. Now, normally, when you see 2 people that are about to go at it, generally it's best to let one of them kill the other and then finish the winner when he's going to loot the body or his back is turned to you. As you can see here, this was just too good of an opportunity to just get them both. Just take them both out. Let's zoom ahead a little bit. Oh, here he comes. See him down there on the road. 1 down, 2 down. Look at the reaction on that second guy. That guy did exactly the right thing. He was just not lucky here. He just got a bad hand there. He immediately got up. Did you see how he was right on target? That guy was a good shot. See, I shot the first guy right then because the second guy was just not quite where he could see me as I took that shot. So I felt safe to kill the first guy while the second wasn't quite looking at me. Watch that. We'll just go a little slower. You can see there's the guy. I'm looking at him. The other guy is down there, not at an angle to shoot me immediately. But now he is, so I immediately have to turn down and shoot at him. Some things that you need to be careful about when you're up high shooting down low is that, how do I explain this? Say that this line that I just drew is the peak of a roof. You're on top of a roof on a house, shooting down at a guy down here. What is the first thing the guy below you sees before you can even shoot at him? He sees your head. Before your gun even breaks the line of the roof, your head is already exposed before your gun is even pointed out here to shoot at him. This guy down here can shoot at your head before your gun is even clear, before you even have a clear shot. The flip side of that is that when you are on the top of a roof shooting down, you can see everything once you are able to take the shot. But you need to be aware that the person below you will see your head before you get to take that shot. But once you're out of cover and taking those shots, he is at a much greater disadvantage. Remember that when you're on a roof or something high shooting down and over some cover or an obstacle, that popping in and out of cover is dangerous. Unlike in the last video where I showed you moving in and out of cover from the left to the right, into the cover, out of the cover, left to right, horizontally, right? When you're thinking vertically down, shooting down at somebody below you, they can see your head before your gun can see their head, if that makes sense. Let's see what these guys had. Ooh, H-bar, thank you, Hilda. We will take her. We will take her. And let's see what this other gentleman had. Oh, ADR. Some ADR ammo, some iodine, some fuel. He had some good stuff. This guy brought us good stuff that we can deconstruct and put right back into the war effort. Continuing on here. As you can see in this fight, we are on a rocky slope. There's higher elevation, there's lower elevation, as well as all these obstructions. In and around my feet, all around me. You see a nice little example of playing on my unstable connection there. Let's start this one again. You see how keeping the cover, and I'm hurt. I'm up high, staying to cover. Look at this guy trying to flank around me, going around, always healing, always sticking to cover. Reloading, get down behind that cover. And right here, this is why I wanted to use this clip too. Did you see this? Let's go back. Look how laggy my connection is. Look at all this server desynchronization, this latency. How did I win this fight? I was half dead, I was out of ammo, I won that fight by sticking to cover, moving around, watching my feet, and having map knowledge. Reloading, sticking to cover, healing, juking around, moving around, always the key to life. Look at this, hugging cover, coming out, and get the kill. Okay, here's the last clip. I just wanted to include this as a kind of a further illustration of what I mean about putting your head out of cover. I couldn't find a better one. I have to work with the material that I have. All the video and clips that you see in these videos is from real games where I am trying to get the airdrop. I don't try to force anything. I just go and play, and then I use that material to make my points. Let's get a good view. I'm going to pause this. You see this the peak of the roof right here, this peak of the roof. If I go to crawl up and over it, my head is exposed before my gun, right? The guy down there can shoot at me. The good thing about being on the roof is I have a great view. Look at this view. I can see everything around here. I knew this guy was around. Look at it. You see how my head was exposed before my gun? That is exactly what I'm talking about. So you could see, let's just go a little slower. What can you see right there? My head's still coming up. I haven't even lifted my gun up to shoot. There was just nothing but head available to shoot. I got lucky there because he wasn't looking up there and he didn't see me. But if he would have been looking in that direction before I could start to get my shots, I would have been dead. Before, I used to love to get up on a roof and shoot people and then go get the airdrop. The past couple of months, I don't like that. I don't like to be up on a roof. I try to avoid it because when you go against somebody who's a good shot, if they're down low, popping in and out of cover, left to right, laterally, horizontally, however you want to think of it, they have such an advantage. Their head and their gun is exposed at the exact same time. If you're up high on the roof, your head is always going to be exposed more and at more risk than somebody below you, but you do see everything, and that's just a great kind of a metaphor for the game, right? In this game, everything is always risk and reward, and that is intentional. The devs want it that way. They want something that is potentially awesome to also be potentially gravely dangerous and risky for your health. Let's just watch this one clip again and just kind of think about some of the things I touched on here as we make our way out. And I have to apologize. Normally I'd have a lot more to say, but I'm not going to lie. I drank, I am Norwegian, so I was drinking a lot of mead last night and some of Queen Forsythia's finest vintage, ice cold, of course, reindeer piss. That's what we drink here in Norway, and I have a pounding headache. I'm not going to lie. I'm good at the airdrops, apparently not good at waking up the next day feeling well after that many victories and that many Norwegian brews. 1 and 2, we's done. Oh, that felt great. I love it when something works out that well. That is a classic textbook ambush. In fact, if you're into ambushes, just real quick, let's pull out one of my other maps. Let me show you a place that Snake Guy and I named Textbook. Right over here by Tourist Rest. There is a drop zone, a airdrop point that you can change to get the airdrop to land about here in this little set of stairs just southwest of Tourist Rest. If you get up on top of those rocks and look down, you can see everybody coming. It is just a textbook classic example of an ambush. Next time you're feeling like a real toxic jerk, take some of your friends, get a trio of people, put the airdrop right there, and just wait for those rain jackets to come and bring you all their stuff. It feels good and bad. It's mean, but this is Vigor. This is Norway. It's post-apocalypse, and things aren't too nice anymore. Anyways, I am your #1 ranked airdrops retrieved all time and official Vigor partner, for now, Jealous Fist. Thank you. Thank Queen Forsythia, Our Lady Pirate, for giving us this good green Norway. Thank you so much. Goodbye.